everybody, it's Crafting Just Because with Chris Cowan. I'm on my lunch hour and we are going to do a little crafting during my lunch hour today. Now, I will note that I am covering phone, so I might have to run if the phone rings and restart my live, but hopefully not. Okay, so today we are playing with the Best Witches stamp set. I adore this stamp set. I've made tons of projects with it. I even made this cute little Tic Tac holder for a team project that we did. And I just used a label punch and just did the face on this one. But I thought that was cute. But today we're going to make a treat box. And so we have some pieces here. I went ahead and did some coloring just because it does take a while, but we'll Wink Estella it and get the shape that we need. And then I have some Mango Melody cardstock that we're going to be using as well. And we're going to cut this down. And then I also have some designer series paper, and this is from the Celebrate Everything host paper. And we have two pieces that are cut at 3/4 by 3.5. Two pieces that are cut at 3 3/8 by 2 1/4. And then two pieces that are 3/4 by 2 1/4. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and cut this together and score it together. If you're new to watching me, you will note that I do put a post to my blog post, or a link to my blog post, and it'll have all the directions and dimensions listed there as well. Okay, so we need a piece that is cut at 3 1/4 by 10 1/4. Or sorry, 3.5 by 10 1/4. So let's cut 3.5. And then by 10 1/4. And then we need another piece that is cut at 5 3/16. So it's the line right below the quarter line by 2.5. Okay, so now what we're going to do is on the 3.5 inch side, on the bigger piece, we are going to score it at 1 inch. I do have a new paper trimmer coming in the mail. I lost my score blade and I'm just beside myself. Okay, and now on that 10 1/4 inch side, we want to score it at 1 inch. At 4 5/8 of an inch. At 5 5/8 of an inch. And at 9 1/4. Okay, then on the smaller piece, on all four sides, we are going to score it at 3/4 of an inch. This is our lid. Okay, so now we are done with our paper trimmer. We are going to fold and burnish all of our score lines. Okay. Okay. So now this is how we're going to cut the pieces. So on the small piece, we are going to cut up on the score line to the intersecting score line, and we're going to wedge out. Then we're going to rotate it and do the same thing. I like to do this in a pinwheel effect. It makes the box sturdier. Thanks for joining me today, you guys. Okay, so there's the lid part. Now, this is our box, okay? So what I'm going to do is on this, on the left-hand side, I'm going to cut this box off. Just like that. Then I'm going to cut up the rest of the score lines, and I'm going to wedge on the square. Really simple. Okay, so let me lay these down so you guys can see them both in action. Okay, now we're going to add our designer series paper. And like I mentioned before, we have one piece that is 3/4 of an inch. Where's my pieces here? 3/4 of an inch by 3.5. That's for our lid. Then we have two pieces that are 3/4 of an inch by 2.25, and those are going to be our sides, because remember, this one's going to get covered up. Then I have two pieces that are cut at 3 3/8 by 2.25, just like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue those down. Okay, there's that one, and then let's glue this one. Okay, whoops. Okay, now I'm going to glue up my sides. Hold that together. Hi, Iona. Thanks for joining. Okay, I'm holding that in place for a minute. I noticed on my picture when I post this of the box I originally made, I let my finger slip and the one corner didn't go together good, so you could see a little gap on my picture. And I don't like that. But I was too busy getting it ready. Okay, so let's let that set for a moment. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to add glue just to that top rectangle piece and push that flap over. Oh, well, I'm glad you were able to come back on. Okay, so that's our front because it goes over nicely. So I'm going to turn it like this. And then what I like to do is I push the back in. And then I put down my tabs, which reinforces the box. And then we put down our front. And then I like to push it on its bottom there. And I do my bone folder in there. Okay, then you'd want to fill it up with your treats. And then what I did, there we go. We got our box lid on. Now we're going to fussy cut out our little witch, okay? I'm going to show you a trick because see, if you could see, my witch is bigger than, or my cardstock's bigger than the box. But I thought this would be a cute idea. So I'm just fussy cutting around. Sorry, I kind of went off camera there. Sometimes I gotta pull it closer to me. But when you fussy cut, it's better to move your paper versus your scissors. It gives you a nice, even cut edge. This is the part of the project that takes the longest, believe it or not. This set's way fun to color. I had fun. I made my husband and son's work all treats with this stamp set and did the witch. Okay, so now that we have her all fussy cutted out, what I did on mine is, the reason I didn't add any designer series paper here, which you could, I guess, if you wanted to, but I went ahead and I cut off about 3/4 of an inch of her head. Okay. So it's right around the buckle. See, so you have your pieces just like this. Okay. Whoops. Then we're going to go ahead and glue our little witch down. And what I did is I put down the big part first. Putting her right in the middle. And then I added the top right onto that lid so that it looks like it's all one piece. Okay. And then I took my Wink of Stella and I just went over the whole image. Okay. Then I'm going to take some of the Orchid Oasis ribbon, which is the color that I used for her hat and her dress. and I just tied the edge. Whoops, kind of got off camera there again. I always pull the projects closer to me and then so that is our project today, you guys. Super cute, super fun, really easy to make. And thank you, Iona. And it's just a fun way to use the images here on this set. So I hope you've enjoyed my projects this week with the Best Witches. And if you have any questions or you create one of these, please private message or tag me in your post. And I would love to see what you're creating as well. So until next time, my friends, I will see you later. You have a great day. Bye-bye.